Is Babcock holding the Maple Leafs back? The Toronto Maple Leafs might not be a perfect team, but on paper, you would not expect them to go through many scoring droughts. It's not just Auston Matthews, and really, it's not just sophomores Mitch, Marner and Nylander that makes this seem so dangerous. Toronto also has solid supporting scorers in the likes of James Van Riemsdyk and Nazem Kadri. They added some veteran savvy to the mix with Patrick Marleau, too. Even so, frustration is building. In the last 6 games, they've only managed 12 goals, not counting shootouts. The Maple Leafs have lost 6 of their last 8 games and have not won in regulation since December 28. Dry spells are going to come, but the heat is starting to rise on Mike Babcock's lineup decisions. Not that he's flustered by such criticisms, as TSN's Kristen reports. "This is how I kind of look at it. I think they hired me to decide," Babcock said on Wednesday. "So that's kind of how I approach it. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. In your lifetime, you get to decide what you react to." This video has more of Babcock, including the veteran coach calling for the Maple Leafs to shoot more rather than trying to make the perfect play. It's a nice supplement to more granular studies, like TSN's Travis Yost's deep dive on the Maple Leafs and icing, the unsavory infraction, not delicious frosting. In the grand scheme of things, Babs should be commended for how he's embraced this team's young core, especially in quickly acknowledging that Auston Matthews can do heavy lifting as far as deployment goes. Still, people are getting frustrated with certain usage situations. ESPN's split stats allow you to have an opportunity to see who's being used most often in January. This stretch in which Toronto's scoring is really drying up. People are most bothered by the re-emergence of Roman Polak, 1702 per game in January, and Leo Komarov's frequent use, about a shift fewer than Matthews per game at 1824 per night in January. With these developments in mind, the irritation is rising, as you can see in Ryan Fancy of Leafs Nation's column. The Leafs are not just boring, they're mediocre. Toronto has stopped scoring, and their overall attack has been neutered for weeks. And what's worse, it seems intentional. Every Babcock quote over the last couple months seems to be about playing tight and being more defensive. Which apparently means sitting back and being fed in your own zone before ripping the puck up ice for a stretch pass, aka Carlisle hockey, or getting it to the red and going for a dump and chase. The Leafs cannot seem to get any flow to their play when it comes to breaking out or using the neutral zone to create offense, and it's concerning because it seems like a step back from last year. What's even worse is that it's so boring. It's that intentional part that's interesting. This ultimately comes down to a fascinating conundrum. The Leafs have some nice defensemen, but could use help in that area and probably lack a truly elite one, though Morgan really is coming along nicely. There are some forwards with two-way ability, but no one demanding Selk bits, either. Babcock's goal is to get the most out of that group, so does that mean going for a high-stakes style like that of, say, the Penguins or Devils? Maybe that was the leaning for a bit.